Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I'm here for Vlogmas Day 5. Today's video, I'm going to be starting off a brand new series of videos here on my channel, which is what I am calling my Project Unhaul. So I have been on BookTube for 8 years, and over those 8 years I have had a lot of books come and go, as you guys can imagine. And there are some books I recently went through my shelves and looked at what books I have that have been on my TBR since I started BookTube in 2016. So I decided that I am going to take a selection of books from my shelves, and if I'm going to give them 6 months. And if in those 6 months I don't read them, they're going to get on hold. This is going to be a honestly, brutally honest book haul. Some of these books that I really do want to read. However, I'm only one person. I only have so much time to read. So if I don't read these books in those 6 months, they're getting on hold. I have an entire series in the stack. The first book is obviously in the stack, not the whole thing. That if I don't read at least the first book in those 6 months, it's going bye-bye. So no matter how much I want to read it, and I do, I can always get these books from the library if I decide to unhaul them. And you know, it is what it is. You know, I gotta make more space because I'm running out of room. So without me rambling on any further, let's jump right in and get started with the video. So the first book I have on this TBR of sorts is actually the first book in a whole entire series, and I own all of the books, and that is Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This is the first book in the Game of Thrones series, or I believe it's called A Song of Ice and Fire is the series name. However, I have seen the first season and a half of the show, and I really liked it. I will continue on with it eventually, but I want to read the books first before I do so. I actually started this book on a trip, I think right after I bought it, and I got a couple hundred pages in, and I don't know why I stopped. So I'm eager to dive back in. Adult high fantasy series, if you guys aren't familiar, I'm sure you've heard of the TV show, that follows different kingdoms is the best way I can describe it. And they're kind of all battling for the throne against each other, and that's really all I know. I didn't get far into the book, I didn't get far into the TV show, but I really do want to read this series, and hopefully I can get to this first book in these next 6 months. Next up is a book that I actually featured in one of my very first Owl Crate unboxings when I used to do those a few years ago. That is From Twinkle with Love by Zendaya Manon. You're thinking, Jackie, don't you like hardly ever read contemporary? That is true. I am not a contemporary reader, but I did read this author's first book, When Dimple Met Rishi, back when that first came out, and I really loved it. So I'm eager to dive back into this. This is a spin-off book to When Dimple Met Rishi. I believe all of this author's books, as far as I know, are set within the same universe, and they all follow female characters who are in the STEM field. And I think that's really interesting. So our main character in this book, Twinkle, is an aspiring filmmaker, and there's a romance in here. That's really all I know. Like I said, I really liked this author's first book. I really liked her writing, and I'm really eager to dive back into this. We have Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. This was actually one of my most anticipated releases of the year that it came out. I remember hyping this book up in my mind so much. I love Divergent by this author, so I was really excited to dive in, and then I heard absolutely terrible reviews about it. So that is why I think it turned me off from reading this for so long, but I do want to give it its fair chance. So I don't remember a lot about the plot of this book, but it is YA science fiction, and I believe it's about warring factions on the same planet, and there is some, I want to say there's some sort of romance between two people who are on either side of the war. That is really all I can remember. It's been, again, many years since this has been on my TBR. But again, I do love Veronica Roth's writing, and I'm really hoping I get to this and enjoy it. We have Room by Emma Donoghue. This is a book that I picked up because I had heard so many things about it here on BookTube back when I first joined. And I picked it up at a time where I wasn't really reading thrillers or mysteries or horror. That was not my cup of tea back when I first started. But again, I have heard so many good things about it, and I don't know why I haven't picked it up. This is, I believe, considered a thriller, and it's told from the perspective of a 5-year-old boy, and he has known nothing but the room that him and his mother have been entrapped in his entire life. And this is about their journey trying to escape, from what I'm getting from the synopsis. I've heard so many good things about this. A lot of people consider this like a BookTube classic, and I'm really hoping that I enjoy it as well. I'm really excited to see what my thoughts are. Next up, we have Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Green is an author I have read several books from. I read The Fault in Our Stars, I read Looking for Alaska, I started reading Paper Towns. I don't think I ever finished it, however, but I do have an experience with this author, and I have enjoyed his books in the past. This is John Green's first venture into like the mystery thriller side of things. He's obviously known for writing more contemporary novels, but it is following our main character Aza, who is teaming up with her best friend to track down this mysterious billionaire, and they are, you know, after this multi-million-dollar reward. That's really all I know. This is own voices for OCD rep, I believe, and again, that's all I know. I was again really interested when it first came out. I have slowly lost interest over time, but I have heard nothing but fantastic things about it, so trying to give this a shot. Last book on this TBR is actually by John Green's brother, and that is An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. This is Hank Green's debut novel, I believe. It is YA science fiction, and we are following our main character April, who finds this mysterious sculpture in the middle of town one day. She makes a video of it, and then all of a sudden she wakes up the next day and the video has gone viral, and then these sculptures start popping up all over the place, and she's starting to solve the mystery of where these things are, where they're coming from, and all that. I've heard nothing but fantastic things about this as well. I have always had this in the back of my mind to read, but never got around to. It is a book of the month edition. I would like to make my way through a lot of my book of the month books in the future as well. So time to give this a fair shot. That is going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already for future Vlogmas content just like this, as well as future content after Vlogmas. Let me know in the comments down below, have you guys read any of these books? What your thoughts are? I'm always looking for different opinions on all these. So let me know in the comments down below your thoughts. And as always, all my social media links are linked down below if you guys would like to follow me on any of those. With all that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 6. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.